then you're weird, bro. You're weird. Just tell me that I look cute and then we can get on with life. Nice here. You got the figure, and your booty is a bootying.
Don't lie to me.
Let me tell you, I'm not lying to you. You should Flo and Mo.
That's it?
Yep, that's it.
Go with the flow.
Well, there's this funny video that has been circulating around the internet. I don't know if you've seen it. It's this Ugandan. I want to start laughing. It's this Ugandan interviewer and who's interviewing, I think, a trans individual from Uganda, and he goes, "Why are you gay?" And it's something hilarious.
Yeah.
But the video that's been circulating recently was the extension of that video, where somebody else, I think he's a professor of something, he comes in with a whole bunch of vegetables, and he and he starts illustrating how members of the LGBT community have intimate relations with each other with vegetables.
No!
Bro!
This!
It's crazy. It's so funny. And then at some point, he starts eating the vegetables. What's going on here? Oh,
What's
so
the
funny.
point?
It's so funny. I just feel like people should just be left to do what they're doing without so much intervention from everybody.
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay? You know, why is it your business? You know.
I was just telling the host.
Yeah.
He just can't understand the concept of being transgender.
Yeah.
So he's just, first of all, he hasn't even figured out why you're gay.
Why a homosexual would be homosexual?
You're saying this guy
Like
was he transgender or?
I think he's transgender. Transgender. Yeah.
He was a tranny.
No, I think that's completely different.
Okay, what's a tranny?
What? Oh, actually, I don't know. What's a tranny? A tranny is a... Oh, yes, a tranny is the same thing. Okay. Oh, it just sounds like a derogatory term. So I thought it was like a swear word. Because I've always heard it, like, especially in English.
I think it's derogatory.
It is, right? Yeah, it is.
Oh,
it
is
is.
it?
It's
Yeah,
tranny.
I think it is.
I think it's like the F word, like the F word when you're talking about a homosexual that you say.
But
that's
derogatory. Trust Flo to always come up with these. Just say these things.
Just say the thing.
Cancel me
yeah,
then.
you know.
Cancel
We're gonna
Flo.
bleep you out. You'll just be redacted.
Yeah, just say black, and then why are you gay?
Yeah, exactly, as a subtitle.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because, like, I you know this. I'm a little bit gay, and I love women. Women are beautiful. I love men. Men are beautiful. I'm more straight than I am bisexual or gay. I haven't figured it out yet. But I've never been in a relationship with a woman.
Right.
But I do love women.
Wait, what? How?
Women are amazing.
They are. But
Yeah.
when did you figure out that?
I'm still trying to figure it out.
But when did it hit you that
I
like
think
women.
that, like women.
Yeah.
I think
First of all, I didn't even know this.
You didn't know this? I've always been that way.
Been?
I've always been that way. I've never been with a woman.
No.
But I do appreciate women. I don't know if it's sexual. I don't know whether it's relationship. I'm still trying to figure it out. That's what I'm saying. So I'm still trying to figure it out. But I've only ever been with men. But I do know that there's this thing inside of me that when I see a beautiful woman, I'm like, damn, that's gorgeous woman.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm a Christian.
Right.
You know my views.
Yeah, of course.
Biological man, biological woman.
Yeah.
That's how God ordained it. I still don't think that that community should be treated or ostracized in that manner, especially being killed.
It's something that is so prevalent these days. Like and has been, you know, like they are targeted in a way that is so incredibly unfair.
And inhumane.
Yes, exactly. Especially when, you know, you are born in a certain way. Like there's nobody, I think, in this world who would come out knowing how the LGBT community is treated and seen by most of humanity, and that they would choose to be something that is hated by everybody, which for some reason, I think it's just a like everybody is just misunderstood, and we're all trying to figure it out, and sometimes we get it right and sometimes we get it wrong, but nobody should be targeted or anything just because of who they choose to love. Like I don't believe that. I think it's insane. Yeah. Like, whatever somebody else is doing in the bedroom should not be your business. Whether they're using vegetables, apparently, according to this guy, it's got nothing to do with you, you know? But and my view is, as long as you're not hurting anybody, as long as you are in a consensual relationship with an adult, of course, consent has to be with an adult because children can't give consent. So that's
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, consensual relationship, you're in love, you're not hurting anybody. I don't see why it's such a big deal.
I think the issue is some of the organizations are pushing their agenda.
You think it's an agenda? Onto who?
Onto just the rest of the society.
Yeah?
I feel.
Okay.
Especially, I know you don't want to get into this too much.
We can get into it.
But once they touch the kids, you know, once they touch the kids, that's when you just draw a line.
Yeah.
Yeah, and kids are very susceptible to ideas, ideologies.
Yeah.
And when you introduce such philosophies to little kids, that is a dangerous zone because it seems that it looks like indoctrination. When such philosophies are introduced into into the education system, that is a dangerous zone, and I don't think that's where parents and parents are drawing the line.
But what I believe is, I mean, I understand what you mean, but on the other side, you have to you don't have to understand. But what I think is, if that is seen as indoctrination, then a homosexual child or a person can also see the media pushing heterosexual relationships as indoctrination to children. You know, because everything is over-sexualized. You see billboards with sex. You see advertisements, billboards, things like that. That can also be seen by people who don't have the same view as you as in indoctrination. I think so.
No,
so what do you think?
I think that's just indoctrination means that you are using certain philosophies, especially amongst children. Yeah. And this is in the education system. Right. I feel like it teaches...
Is it? Which education system?
Especially in the States.
What are they teaching?
Very sexual, explicit content to kids.
Okay, I think that's different.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Right, okay, sorry.
And but I think it's important that you don't teach children, or we don't have a society where you look at someone first because of their sexual preference. As opposed to the person is a human being.
Right. 100%.
But when you bring sexuality at the forefront, and they use that to identify themselves, that's why I have a problem.
I can understand.
So you just told me you just told me that you have, you seem to be attracted to women, but when I look at women, and even though I don't agree with you, right, I don't look at you as Mo is first a bisexual. No. And I don't see you as Flo is heterosexual. No. I see you as Flo. Yeah. I see you as my friend, my bestie, my homie, my bro. You know? Yeah. So it's once you start introducing, I completely agree with what you're saying. Yeah. When you start introducing yourself as this over sexualized version of an entity, especially as children. And your world becomes all about your sexual preference.
It's wild. Yeah. Is that what's going on?
That's what's going on.
I obviously live in a bubble. I just bust the bubble. Yeah, exactly. Literally. Bubble. It's a kitty. Yeah. Oh wow, that's insane. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah. You were saying the other day that there's actually there was a textbook or something that had visual pictures. Oh my
God, you can help me with this. This wild. Was so shocking. So the parent was
she in court or in a
school board, right? And he was livid because, first of all, he started reading what was on the textbook. Right. One of the board members stopped him. Yeah. Said, you cannot continue reading what's out of the book. He just looked at the board member and said, but this is what you're teaching our kids. Yeah. If you're uncomfortable listening to what I'm saying, how dare you teach my children?
That's crazy. I believe
he was so livid, and I think you were telling me that he showed.
Yeah, he opened the book,
and it was blurred out.
No, the one I saw, it wasn't blurred out. Yeah. It was actual images of people having sex, but it was really weird. It was really weird because Why would that be in a kid's
textbook?
Right.
Yeah. I believe that children should learn about their full body. Just understand
anatomy is very different.
Of course, you have to learn about anatomy.
Yes,
you have to teach your children.
Yeah.
Because there's certain situations where you can find like a child is being abused and they don't know that they're being abused because they just don't. They think it's normal.
Right.
But once we start teaching them that if somebody touches you this plate here and here without consent, or even touches you in general without consent, then that's assault and that is a violation.
Yeah.
But once you start putting like explicit pictures and videos in front of children, I mean,
and to that point, I truly believe
where is the line?
To that point, I truly believe that it's the parents' primary job to do that.
Right.
And then
to teach them about,
to teach the children.
For sure.
Like if someone touches you like this,
that's
it's a no.
wrong.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
If you're talking about biology and the anatomy of the human body, that's different. And there's a way. And if you're gonna do that, there's a way.
There's a way to communicate that with children.
So when does it start?
What?
About like the anatomy teaching.
So my parents taught me when I was very young.
How old?
I was 8, I think. I was 8 or 9 when I was taught like this your eye and your elbow is the same as like that's a part of your body. It's not something to be ashamed of.
Right.
It's just something that's kept private. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then
but it wasn't explicit, was it?
No. It was definitely like I'm teaching you. Exactly. Like I'm teaching you about your body so that you can go out into the world and be a good person for others as well.
Yeah.
And not touch people inappropriately. Like you'll notice like I don't touch people even anyhowly. Maybe with you because like
we're used to each other at this point.
Yeah. But without knowing the person, there's certain boundaries and certain borders you don't cross.
Yeah, I have a question.
Ask.
When, actually for the audience as well, when is the appropriate time to start sexual education?
That's a good point. So when I was in, was it ISK? I think ISK, they taught us in year 5.
Oh, you're in ISK?
I was in ISK for a year. I was in ISK in year 5 for 1 year. Yeah. And they had videos. They showed us like birth giving.
Wait, year what?
Year 5. Yeah. So we were in year 5 watching videos about, like the pregnancy and like birthing,
Mm-hmm.
giving birth. Yeah.
The birthing process.
The birthing process. But there was never anything about sex. It was never like, man, woman doing the thing.
So now that's what's happening.
That's crazy.
And it's not year 5.
Because you're going to know that it
in
happens
year 5
anyways.
you're like, what, 8 years? Something like that?
No, I was 8 in year 3.
No.
I don't think so.
Year 3?
Maybe, I was like 10, maybe 9,
yeah, so
10,
maybe
11.
9. Because I was like 9, 10.
Yeah.
9, 10.
Yeah, anyway, so I had gone to Peponi and then I went to ISK, and then in ISK is when they were teaching us about.
In that case, they're teaching literally 3, 4, 5-year-olds.
People in kindergarten and preschool.
Yeah.
About sex.
Yeah. And
that's not I don't think that's the responsibility of the school.
It's at all.
At all. Like they're crossing a line.
And not just sex, explicit content.
That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I can understand when you say like that there's an agenda, but
it gets me livid, man. Because
I can understand.
When I want to have a family, I'm wondering what's being taught in school.
I'm telling you, the only way is to homeschool your kids.
I think that's the best route at this point.
I think so, and there's so many parents in a Kenyan context who are actually doing that.
Yeah.
I know my relatives also, like they've homeschooled their children, and those children are amazing. Like one of them, she was 3, well mannered,
as a little child can be.
Yeah, exactly. There's one, the 3-year-old knew the word encyclopedia at 3.
Whoa.
I was like, say encyclopedia. She said encyclopedia. And
I mean, we're 30 years old and you can barely
pronounce
words properly.
Consideration and can't even. I started knowing how to spell the word necessary, I think last year. Do you know what? Because there was so many C's.
Okay,
and so many
this is a bit like TMI. Listen, do you know how to spell diarrhea?
Honestly, I don't. D-I-A.
Yeah.
Dia. H-O. Horia. R-R-E-A. Diarrhea.
Diarrhea. Even that was a struggle. I don't know.
I don't know. I think you're right.
Yeah?
You think?
But I really have to think about it. I have to think
Yeah.
Is it right?
I don't know. Even how do you do it?
What are the words?
Wait, what did you say?
Dia?
No, say it. Spell it
Diahoerra. She's so rough.
It's Diarrhea.
Oh, there's no O? Diahoerra?
I don't know why I thought there was
there was an O. Wow, I added so many letters. I'll find a word that you can't spell it.
Do you guys know that thing about like the Bernstein Bears thing? Do you know that thing?
No, what's that?
So it's a thing like apparently it's a whole thing. It's on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm not making this up.
Yeah.
So you remember the Bernstein Bear books?
Yeah.
Bernstein Bears go to the moon,
With
whatever.
Yeah.
So there's a way that the word was spelled, and like throughout the world, people have completely different spellings of the same word, and everyone who you ask is sure that's how that the spelling is right.
I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe yours is like the American one, and mine is the English one.
No, that's a Kikuyu one.
I didn't say double LA, bro.
Oh wait, I think it's similar to the red and the blue dress. The red, no, not the red. No, the white and the yellow dress thing. So you show.
What color did you see?
I think what was it?
It was blue and black, and then yellow and something else.
I saw yellow and something.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw blue and black.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing blue.
Yeah.
Again,
that's that dress. That dress that's like it's silver and everybody sees.
It has something to do with
everybody
perception.
sees it differently.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so interesting. I wonder if it's like right brain and left brain prominence. You know? Who knows?
Or is it the Kikuyu thing again?
Hateration, holleration in this dancery.
In this podcast. It's right next to you.
It's just sitting right here. The hateration and the holleration.
Yeah. Damn.
I'm sorry, that was dramatic.
I loved it. I'm stealing it. Next time I'm just going to do this. You'll see it coming. It's pretty much okay. Oh my gosh, but this might be a bit of a... Do you wanna talk about like
mental health?
Yeah, or is that...
No, it's okay. We can do this.
Yeah.
We can do this. So a couple of weeks ago,
yeah,
I went to a performance called Between the Lines.
Yes.
But I went for a performance that was centered around mental health, and I knew this going in. But what I didn't know was that it was about an individual's mother who had several attempts at taking her own life and how that affected him. And it was a beautiful story of this list of words that he wrote out to encourage her and all of the beautiful things that he found in the world. He wrote from 1 to 1 million different things that he thought would make her happy. Right. You know?
Whoa.
And eventually, you'll see the performance. It's beautiful. But be warned going in that you should be in the right state of mind.
Space,
yeah. So because I wasn't in the right space of mind, I didn't know that it was coming.
And they never told you.
Yeah, exactly. There was no trigger warning at the beginning, so I just felt like I kind of dived into a space that I hadn't dealt with myself.
You just put it in the deep end.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So the whole time I cried because I've had quite a few people in my life who've committed suicide. And I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
And, there's all those feelings of like not having dealt with the death and like still grieving and still mourning. Actually, I didn't even know that I hadn't dealt with it. But after the performance, I had a moment of deep distress. I couldn't walk. I was crying so much. I was screaming, yelling. And it was like I was now mourning my friends for the first time. It was so intense. I went home. My mom was amazing. She held me and she kept me close to her. And I just sat in the shower for like 10 minutes just having the water rush over me, and I just cried and I felt that pain. And I just wanted to say that if you do find yourself in a situation where you're struggling with your mental health and you need somebody to talk to, please don't hesitate to reach out to somebody. I know sometimes it's really difficult because we don't know who to talk to.
Right.
And in my case, every single person who I know who has been a man. And I think that a lot of the time our society has told men that they're not allowed to feel their emotions.
They don't talk about it.
Yeah, they don't.
There's a stigma around men having mental illness.
For sure. And having to be the strong ones and having, and not feeling the things that they're feeling. And of course, you're human. At the end of the day, you're going to feel these things. So not dealing with them and piling them up on top of each other is going to be something that...
So, you remember we were exploring, and you told me... Sorry if I cut you off.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. Thank you.
You told me about this.
Yeah.
You said the number of people.
Yeah.
And it just really bothered me. Like, what is going on with men? So with us, even when you're not feeling well, we'll talk about it.
I'll cry.
You'll cry.
I'll call you.
You'll call me. You'll call several people too. And
people who will encourage me, have that conversation with me, help me break it down, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the time men don't feel that they can do that.
And I feel that women are even more open to the idea of talking to a therapist or a counselor.
Yeah.
So aside from the stigma, what are the social pressures? I'm not asking you. I'm asking myself. Like, what's going on?
I think the pressure is to
Financial pressure?
okay. First of all, just to be okay. Like there's pressure to just be strong.
Just strong.
Just
straight up.
Stop feeling the way you're feeling. Get over it.
Deal with it,
and move on. Things need to. You need to be strong. You're a man. Be a man. Watch out, mama. There's that, which is such a toxic mentality, because these are human beings. These are feelings and emotions that everybody goes through. So it's important to have, first of all, a strong support system. People in your life who have your back at all times, but also for you, because not everybody can have that.
I also sense that men, correct me if I'm wrong, and you guys in the comments, do men also feel that they're a burden when they face some of these issues? Like, I can't disturb this person with this, I just need to carry this on my own.
I can see that, because even for me, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to stress any. I know, and of course,
you don't bully me at all.
I know. But sometimes I can be like, I need to deal with this on my own, because I don't want somebody else who's going through it, and I know they're going through it, to now carry my stuff, and that's when I call my therapist, because a lot of the time, that's the person who I will, like, if I'm really going through it, and I can admit to myself that I'm not okay, which sometimes I do admit to myself I'm just not okay. I need to deal with these feelings. I call my therapist. She, we set a date and we talk, and she just allows me to speak until I get tired. And she doesn't judge. She's just wonderful. So it's a space, I think, that is important for everybody. Not just women, not just men, children. I started therapy when I was like 16,
wow.
Yeah, young.
You're ahead of the curve.
Young, but it was things of like, you go, you talk about your feelings and this, and then, because you don't feel like maybe you can talk to your friends at that point or your parents, because,
My friends, you're 16, how would you have you been talking
called
to me
and be like, this, So it's important for everybody, if you feel like you're not doing okay, to reach out to somebody and just have that conversation.
I was asking me, what do you think? You're a man, so
I can't speak for everybody, but
absolutely not.
in general, in my experience, I don't know, with the way we've dealt with, at least my friends and at least the people I know, like we've kind of like we don't make it a habit to, but when we meet up, like we'll actually like talk. It can be like banter, but like it gets deep,
Right,
and sometimes it's uncomfortable, but like I'd rather be uncomfortable with people who are not there they're not there to judge me. I'm 31 right now,
right,
and as much as that pressure is part of my life,
glowing.
Oh,
like,
thank you.
don't,
yeah Yeah, as much as there's that pressure, like, I don't know, I don't feel like it should be, like, emphasized, like,
Right.
it's especially because I always feel like when our folks were coming up, like, you're 30, digs in Runda. Actually, like, some of the people I know who've had kids, like much younger.
Yeah.
Yo.
It's rough.
The pressure is there,
Yeah.
especially social media age.
Yeah.
Because all like, their significant others are like, hey, only New York or ST. We are like Dubai, him is there is like, bruh,
like, wow.
just trying to make rent, man. Relax.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure. So.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it depends on how you deal with it.
Right. Yeah. True.
You have to really have.
And not comparing yourself to others.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. That's now, if we're talking about toxic behaviors and, like, tendencies.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Definitely comparing yourself.
Yeah,
to other
especially
people.
because
Yeah.
Nobody ever puts, like, their real self online. So what you're seeing isn't.
It's like the glittered version.
You're comparing your normal state of life
Every
to
day.
someone's high.
Hi.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Every single day.
That's a huge pressure to deal
it'll
with.
never work out well.
Yeah, it can't work out.
What is this, part 2?
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, this is behind the scenes. Oh, I was telling you about this witchcraft. First of all, do you believe in witchcraft?
For sure.
It exists.
For sure. What?
Yeah.
I've seen it.
You've seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. But I know I live at the coast, so like it's talked about. It's everywhere. There's people who know people who've been tending to goats. I mean, yeah.
Okay,
for sure. Yeah.
So on TikTok, there's this video. This girl, let's call this girl Angie.
But D.
She's in high school.
Yeah.
Her best friend
Yeah.
was really smart.
Okay.
And she would do really well in all the subjects. That particular time, her friend was number 1.
In class.
In class. I think probably in the whole school, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Like, numero 1.
Good for her.
Angie went to her grandma and she gave her grandma the results. The grandma got pissed.
She's like, what are you doing in class if you're not studying?
This girl said, Aki,
shosho.
Me, math, and shiki, aingi, math and
Inaingia,
physics.
inatoka. Maladat.
So the grandma was like, let me show you.
Okay.
Let me show you what we'll do. She told Angie, go to school first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone see you.
Yeah.
Go to school, go to your friend's, I think, locker or something. I don't know if it's like a boarding school. Get her books. Yeah, get like...
This is her bestie.
This is her bestie. Get her books. Well, you see, the girl didn't know what exactly the grandma wanted to do.
Okay.
But it was a solution. She's like, okay, I'm going to go with it.
Yeah.
She went to get the books without anyone seeing her.
Okay.
And then the shosho, the grandma told her, come back
With
home
the books.
and don't let anyone see you.
So she's stealing her best friend's books.
Something like that.
Okay.
So she said, come back, don't go anywhere else, come straight to me. She went to her grandma's place. When she got there was just smoke, white smoke.
Okay.
And Angie had a weird feeling about this. She didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And she started feeling scared. The grandma noticed Angie's getting scared. She's like, you, just relax, don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry, everything will be fine. A few minutes passed, she went unconscious.
Who?
Angie.
What?
She was unconscious for about 2 days because it was Friday, so 3 days I say.
3
Friday,
days?
Saturday, and then when she'd wake up, she'd go back to sleep.
Right.
Damn. On Monday, she went back to school.
Okay.
She noticed that she's understanding math, physics, chemistry, but her best friend is what? Not getting
She's
anything.
not getting.
And over time, she wasn't forming well.
Right.
The results came. Is it what is it called?
KSPE.
KSPE.
That's primary school? Or is high
No,
school?
high school.
KCSE.
KCSE.
Uh-huh.
The girl,
Yeah.
Angie, was number 1.
And bestie?
Last.
What?
So
like
at
over
that
the
point,
space of 3 days?
No. I mean over time. No.
Right.
She
No,
was
but like,
unconscious.
but the change happened over 3
Now
days.
this is where witchcraft comes in.
Okay.
She came with the results. She told the grandma, "What did you do?
What did you do?
Like, why am I doing well?"
Yeah.
Angie had a hunch like there was something spiritual that her grandma did because of the 3 days.
Yeah. passing out. And
The grandma just told her, I stole your friend's star. And I deemed it. And I gave it to you.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
It gets worse. So
instead of just encouraging her to study.
So they, at that point now, you're supposed to what is this? They're going to uni.
Okay.
And Angie got several offer letters from uni, and she got to choose what uni she wanted to go to. Her best friend wasn't even accepted in any uni.
Oh my god.
Angie went 4 years in uni. She did really, really well. She got a high-level job. And then, your toes scared me. So I'm just, because I'm telling this story, I'm like, oh god, what's going on? Is a witchcraft over here as well? My toes are just moving. So Angie and her best friend, they would talk. They were still best friends even throughout uni, even when she got her job.
Wow.
And this is on TikTok. This girl is talking. It's just that her face is blurred. She's actually facing the other side.
Okay.
So you can't see her face, just her voice.
Yeah.
And she said her best friend, the only job she could get was being a house help.
Wow. Did she find out that she had stolen her star?
No.
But Angie knew that all of this was happening because
her grandma.
Damn, that's wow.
Yeah.
That is despicable.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's your best friend.
That's your bestie.
Don't steal my star.
I won't.
No,
I want it shine so bright.
Yeah.
I would not even like thinking of going to somebody to do witchcraft on one of my friends.
But
I'm like,
you pick one
no,
strand of my hair.
It's like, Florence, can I just feel your hair? And then
Mo goes
to steal your star. And now I'm good at all the things that you can do. Kwanzaa, I'm a great driver.
You see Mo doing the dances.
There's a friend of ours, not a friend.
I mean, like a good friend. Friend of who? I don't know this
He
guy.
was a classmate in USIU, not a friend.
Yeah.
But he was also like I think he was a witch hunter. So like he was in his home country. He's not from Kenya.
Was it like
But
Geralt?
He's
from The Witcher.
Geralt. You were talking about Geralt. I'm like, I don't know
Witcher.
who Geralt is, but that sounds like a very interesting name. Geralt. Is he Irish? Is he from Ireland?
Where's Geralt from?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I think he's
I
something
wouldn't
like
know, but he just
somewhere in Europe.
probably
obviously.
something.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But I think he was something like Geralt. He was watching.
What do you mean he was a witch hunter?
He was a witch hunter, dude, in his
Where's the
home
evidence?
country.
What do you mean? He
There's
told
a
you this?
video. I saw the video. I saw the video with him and his witch hunter
With your
friends.
eyes?
With my eyeballs, bro. With my eyes. Somebody sent it to me and it was like, "Isn't this Nani who's in our class?" I'm like, "Guy, that's
You
that's
lie.
not, wallahi. I swear to God, man. I swear."
And then?
And so,
What was he
and
doing?
then he was doing something horrible.
What do you mean? He was a witch
He was burning
hunter?
people.
Like witches?
Yeah. Or people who are perceived to be witches.
And
He was burned, yeah.
And how was he catching these people?
I don't know, but they were a group of witch hunters. He was just one of them.
Was it
And
a
then-
Facebook group?
It was. Let's meet on Facebook. Imagine. Yeah, so I mean it's out there. And then there's,
He was in your Sayu.
he was in USIU and I'm sure you know him.
What the
but
heck
you
is
just
going
don't
on in
remember him.
Sayu, man?
I don't know. But yeah. So witching and witchery, hey?
Whoa.
Wow. There you go. Representing Jesus.
No, Nee, do you have any stories that you've seen that's like creeped you out? And
No. Besides the ones you hear commonly.
Yeah.
About
Yeah.
cats wearing heels and carrying handbags
Oh.
in Coast.
Hello.
what do you mean? Hello. What?
There's a whole thing about like, you know how a goat can a goat or a cat can sound like a child. So sometimes people will think that the person has been changed into an animal because when they hear, they think it's a child, but when they caribia, when they come closer, it's like it's a goat. So it's like, they must have changed into a goat. I think that's where it comes from. But all of us
like
like walking
heels.
Yeah,
No.
I've never heard
And
of
handbags.
Yeah, of course, you have to have heard those stories.
I have.
Me, I haven't.
It's like
I
the ones where like a guy goes to coast.
He buys what
He
goats?
buys goats and then he drives back to
To
and
what?
then if he comes home, he finds 6 niggas in the back. They're like, "Yo, take us back home, bruh."
What?
Oh
But it's always goats and
no! Wait, but they're wearing heels.
No, that's all.
That's a whole other thing. Oh my gosh.
And it's always goats and cats. Like nobody's ever been turned into a cow or a chicken.
Or,
like it's
or
always,
sheep.
Yeah, it's always goats and cats. So I wonder
And
what
crows.
the connection is.
Black crows.
Indian house crows.
Like, see the crows.
Yeah?
Because they're super intelligent. I
They're
think.
super intelligent.
they-
No, you
they
are
have
you
the
shedding
high-
on me.
I don't know. It's just love.
You want me to go and I'm going to take your whatever to a witch doctor.
Simone. With your hair. Where?
Oh. Yeah.
I'm transformed.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, Optimus Prime, baby. Bumblebee.
Ooh. Hold on. You ready?
Can you Oh,
For real,
shit.
just
Pray every day.
Every day, pray
Yeah.
for your family and your friends and do all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pray for you.
Wait, too strong. Like it's a cat. No, I'll pray for you too.
I know you pray for me.
Because that's scary.
me. Well, from Flodo and Modo and Bumblebee, we say thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Bye.
Adios.
Yo!